Ruler Camilla has outperformed cruel Meghan Markle within the podcast field, securing a moment season of a book club podcast. It's because Camila is putting within the work its straightforward book club podcast where individuals examine books, and it's something individuals really need to tune in to. Ruler Camilla's Perusing Room podcast is set to return for a moment season this week. Hello, viewers. Welcome to Royal Revelations. Please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell so you will get any news about the British royal family. The podcast Propelled prior this year is in sound expansion of Camila's well-known online book club, which has 172,000 Instagram supporters. Camila is known for a door of books. Propelled the podcast in the blink of an eye after Investigate highlighted the benefits of perusing and fare some time. Recently, the Perusing Room celebration at Hampton Court in July, the unused season returning on Monday, May the 20th, highlights eminent visitors counting Neil Gaiman, Diminish, James, Kate, and Richard E. Give Meghan. Do you think Camila will let these individuals record their interviews independently, as it were, to include her parts later? As we listened, you did along with your Spotify interviews. No, she won't. And that's the foremost interesting portion. Kila is putting within the exertion, and it appears the primary season come to the beat 1% of podcast universally and best the UK expressions and books podcast charts for a few weeks with audience members in 158 countries. So Meghan, what's the pardon this time? Is it aiming to be almost race? Whereas Vicky Perrin, CEO of the Queen's Reading Room, hosts the podcast Camila pre-record the portions, which is able presently show up at the begin of each scene. The primary arrangement highlights visitors like Sir Ian Rankin, Lady Joan Lumley, and David Baddiel, and was tuned into in 158 nations. The moment season will be accessible week after week from May the 20th, making a space for Buck darlings to listen from scholarly heroes. The season will include creators like Neil Gaiman, Kate DeFaces, and Diminish James, who will share bits of knowledge into their claimed perusing propensities. Ruler Camilla will again share a few of her all-time favorite peruses with audience members. Vicky Perrin said, "We were dumbfounded by the reaction to the primary season. It clearly resounded universally, helping listeners interface with books. I trust the season proceeds to rouse scholarly adventures. Per famous that the podcast is an entry to Meghan Markle's paradigms, which finished after one season where an autonomous charity excited that a grandness highlights on the podcast. But it's not her podcast. She's not the half." Prior this week, Ruler Scylla communicated a door for perusing, uncovering a desire to go to Hogwarts as she made a difference, dispatch a literary festival, and gone to a plant party at the 35th yearly Charleston celebration in East Sussex. Camila was inquired by a local school objective in the event that there was an anecdotal put she'd like to visit. She answered, "I'd cherish to go to Hogwarts, bounce on the express, and involvement the enchanted world." Amid the control of perusing session, she tended to 450 children, saying, "Good morning, everybody. I'm too bad, almost the climate. As the pleased supporter of Charleston, I'm enchanted to welcome you to this year's scholarly celebration." She cited Frances Hodgson Bernard, creator of The Mystery Plant, as one of her favorite creators, recognizing the excite of perusing. Camila, an eager peruser and supporter of a few scholarly organizations, has backed a children's writing competition since 2015. In Walk, she embraced Investigate, recommending that 5 minutes of perusing day by day is as advantageous as walking 10,000 steps and eating 5 parcels of natural product and vegetables. It's a basic book clip. She's not reevaluating the wheel or changing the world. Meghan, you pointed to address fantastic topics like engaging ladies, but how